looked at the kid from USC. And looking at him, I agree 100% with you. And I was not sold. I wanted to argue with you a couple times on Twitter, but we don't get enough characters to go back and forth. But I think when you look at that quarterback and what he brings to a team, like, can he bring that the first year? Probably not. But I think, sitting and getting experience, gaining experience in his first year, I think they're going to be drafting a guy that can potentially take over and lead that organization. And I think a lot of people, and I've also said where, the running back was a good pick for Cleveland at number 1 overall. But I kind of agree with Dan, man. That quarterback from SC he's pretty doggone good.
Yeah, and I sent out a tweet yesterday that riled everybody up because I was like, when we're talking about development of players or whatnot, and I said, we need to stop listening to people who don't know much about the quarterback position, and you'll relate to this when it comes to DBs, don't know much about the quarterback position, what it takes to play it at a high level, how, and all kinds of stuff, and people took offense to it. My reasoning was this. The great majority of people who watch sports can watch a human being throw the ball and go, wow, that's really good. Well, that guy's athletic in the pocket. He can move around. He throws the ball on time accurately. I like the way he can manipulate the pocket. Yeah, my 6-year-old can do that. My point was this, when it comes to ex-players, especially someone like myself and not all that different than UBP, where you play for a decent amount of time, and really the reason you played wasn't your physical abilities. It was your mental abilities to go to the next level. When I was a backup, I never played. And so the only reason I hung around was my eyes and my brain. And so you learn so much more about your position other than the physical stuff. And so no one can sit there and say something like, well, this guy processes information well. How do you know that? What is processing information? For a DB, when this guy plays his leverage really well, you don't even know his leverage. This guy can pattern read well. Well, what is he taught? What's his game plan say? So, for ex-players, that's I'm not saying all ex-players are know-it-alls. What I'm saying is you gain a wealth of knowledge in everything other than the physical aspect that you can share and articulate with people. And that's the stuff that, with the Sam Darnold stuff, is so important, is people get consumed, oh man, his turnovers or his fumbles. I don't care about that stuff because you can get coached out of that. Give me all the stuff that I don't need to know that he's 6'3", 225. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably a lot like the DBs coming out is, well, watch this guy transition his hips. Well, I've seen a lot of DBs who don't need to transition their hips that well because they're really smart. Right. They're in the right position all the time. So it's like that's my thing in that world.